Hi, I'm Gary White for Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television, and I'm here with Dolores Schlosser, who is the superintendent for the Marion County School District. And we're here to talk about the Marion County schools, what's going on. It's 2020. Happy New Year.
You too.
And the start of a new semester, right? For the schools here. And how many days are left as we're recording this?
Only 84.
84 days left.
Yes.
So coming to midway mark.
Yes, absolutely. You'll probably be hearing about 100 days of school celebration. I know a lot of times at our elementary school they'll give out stickers and they'll have 100 days. So, I mean, it'll be here before we know it.
Absolutely. And as we sit here, barring no bad weather or anything, the last day of school is supposed to be
May the 18th.
May the 18th. So everybody out before Memorial Day.
Yes, that's always optimistic. So, you know, if we could get out before Memorial Day, that'd be great. But, you know, if not, still not a bad time to dismiss school.
Absolutely. And we're talking about, you know, of course, nice weather, but hopefully by that point. But the weather's actually been unusually nice for us so far, really warm. Some records that we're hitting, getting some rain and stuff, but that's better than the snow, right?
Yes, if we would have gotten as much snow as we have had rain, then we would have been out of school quite a few days.
Till May 18th.
I agree.
Yeah, we've been in trouble. But we can't know nobody knows what the weather's going to hold, but hopefully we haven't had any weather. Have we had one weather day?
Just one weather day
so far, right? And hopefully we'll be able to maintain that. Another thing, though, that can cause issues sometimes with days in school is sickness.
Right.
And how's that been so far?
Well, we were a little concerned right before Christmas break, and but not enough to call off school. But I'll tell you, Gary, I was really concerned about even the number of staff that had some sickness. You know, we have to keep that in mind when we're talking about bus drivers and teachers and actually getting substitutes for all of those roles. So, you know, we were watching really close. I mean, you've got to make sure that you have enough staff to take care of our kids and make sure everyone's safe. So, you know, hopefully we can all remain healthy this second semester, but you know, this is typically the time of year that becomes rampant, and you know, until we can get to spring break, typically that's when we see a lot of illness.
Absolutely. And they're saying that the flu bug and some different bugs are going around heavily this year. So precaution for parents too, if they notice that their student is potentially coming down with something, would you recommend they keep them home just to make sure? Well, because you don't want to share it.
Right, absolutely. Well, the good part is that we have a great partnership with Cumberland Family Medical Health. And so all of our schools have a nurse. And so that's wonderful. Absolutely. And you know, if they are at school, our nurses can see them and they can let them know. But yes, if you think they're coming down with something, please keep your child at home, just because it does spread that. And you know, and the flu can be fatal. And so I think it's very important that if you do come down with the flu, just to stay hydrated, follow the doctor's orders, rest. You know, the one thing you don't want is to make something that's already bad a lot worse situation. I know for a really, really young child, RSV is a big thing that we see. Now, we don't have those infants or anything, but I know that most of us have young children in our life. And, you know, you could have someone that's hospitalized for that, and obviously just, again, being hydrated and staying on top of that. So
absolutely. And wash your hands.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Good. Precautions, the key to everything. So prevention is the key to everything. So also we want to talk about some stuff that's been going on with schools. We've been talking for several months now about the building plans.
Yes.
And there is a meeting that's coming up with that, right?
Right. Tonight we are meeting at the high school at 6 o'clock. At this point, the committee will actually have a public hearing. And the public is welcome, and they can provide comments about the current plan. That plan has been reviewed by the Department of Education, and after the public hearing, our committee will then determine whether to move forward with that plan or to revise and go with a different plan.
Okay. So hopefully next time we meet, we'll have some more to go on that, one way or the other.
Yes,
You'll have
one way
a
or the other.
decision, right, to go there. And then hopefully you might be seeing some construction with some of your different buildings. So we'll wait and see how that's going. But you also had some good news on the sports front here at Marion County.
This weekend, our boys and girls both participated in the Class 2A, Section 3. Our girls and boys both won on Friday night, and both advanced to the championship game. Our girls won. They seized the championship from Thomas Nelson, and our young Lady Knights will be traveling to Owensboro on Friday. They will be playing at 6 p.m. our time, 5 p.m. their time. So they will be competing in the championship playoffs for the Class 2A. Our boys fell short. They played the #1 team, John Hardin, in the state. Just came up a little bit short, but a good showing.
Right.
And so proud of our boys as well. And so it was a nice night over at LaRue County, but fun times for our kids.
And good luck to the Lady Knights on Friday for that competition. So hopefully we'll have some good news next week for that.
Absolutely.
Now also you had some teachers that have been getting to be part of a program, I believe, right? Can you tell us about that?
Yes, the principal at Glasscock and the principal at the Knight Academy both were selected to be a part of Kentucky Women in Leadership program. It's a part of Kentucky Association of School Administrators. They'll have an opportunity to discuss both leadership and being a female administrator, and have an opportunity to be a part of a mentoring program with other superintendents, female superintendents across the state. Currently in Kentucky, there's 33 female superintendents, and so excited for them to have a different kind of experience than they have on a typical day. And they did have to apply, had to have letters of recommendation, so it wasn't just their name was pulled out of a hat. They actually wrote to the committee and talked about why they wanted to be a part of this, and went through a pretty rigorous selection process.
Fantastic. Now, it seems like March is very far away, but it's really not. It's only 2 months now. And you have your reading celebration, I believe, coming up there, right?
We already have our reading celebration planned. It's that first week in March. We usually have a fantastic turnout. We have wonderful partnerships. We partner with everyone from the public library to the extension agents to the health department to our elementary folks, middle, high school, our clubs and organizations, and it's a perfect opportunity for families to come together, really focus on reading. We have everything from face painting to yoga. So while we say it's a reading celebration, we talk about all kinds of different ways that we can support reading. So I always enjoy face painting, so that's my job.
Right. I think I have video of you doing that for several years.
Yes, that's my favorite thing, and it's just a great opportunity to sit side by side with the kids, and you can have some really fun conversations painting faces.
Yes, I bet. That's true. And you can paint the face to be the story you want to get.
Yes.
But really, that's interesting because there are various different ways to tell stories, and painting someone's face can tell a story, but there's lots of different opportunities for telling stories, as what reading does,
Yes.
So it gives you different opportunities. When I was on vacation down in Nashville, actually, and at the Hermitage, they had their wallpaper was telling a story. They had said that General Jackson, or President Jackson's wife, had gotten this wallpaper that told the story, and if you went around, you could see it. So there's all different ways you can find stories to be told.
And art and music, even physical education can tell a story. So I think that's the best part about what we do in our district, is that we want to give every child an opportunity to tell their story, and then we want to value their story. We're very focused on the whole child, not just one aspect of the child. It's not just a test score. It's everything about that child, and our staff as well. We want to value everyone that's a part of this school community.
Absolutely. And we're telling the story of Marion County Schools right now. So
Absolutely.
So what else is going on that we need to let the public know about with the Marion County Schools?
Well, I would say something that they will be interested in is our Young Leaders Conference. Several years ago when we kicked off our 6 Big Dreams and we talked about Next Generation Marion County and we talked about student ambassadors, one of the things our community said is they wanted to see more of that kind of leadership, and we have several organizations out there that gives children an opportunity to have a voice and to lead. But our Young Leaders Conference is students in the 4th through the 8th grade, and it's just maybe that kiddo that maybe has that potential, but maybe they've just not raised their hand yet and said, I want to be a leader. And so Mr. Benningfield and Miss Followell do a great job with putting that together. And Gary, Miss Kentucky will be our guest speaker for that opportunity.
Okay.
They have actually adopted Marion County Young Leaders Conference as one of their stops that they take every year. So, you know, I think that's a wonderful opportunity and an experience for our children. Our spring summit will be at the end of April this year, so we'll do that we'll participate in that there at the Center Square. Again, another opportunity for children to shine bright. Again, tell the story of Marion County Public Schools. And, you know, graduation will be here before we know it. You know, I say to our teachers and our staff, you know, our students that are seniors, they have 84 days of wonderful teaching and learning opportunities to come. And so it won't be long. The story we'll be talking about is graduation. And, you know, what we hope is that when the students walk across that stage, they have a great story to tell about the experiences they've had while in Marion County.
Great. So a lot of stuff going on here in Marion County. Again, I've been talking with Marion County School Superintendent Laura Schlosser. This is Gary White for Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television. Thank you.